What is up, guys? It's Truby here, back with the 14th episode of Gold Gun Gaming, where I'll be showing you all the weapons with gold camo and telling you my tips, my tricks, and my thoughts on them. And in today's episode, we have the USAS 12 shotgun. It is the first shotgun that you unlock when you get credit class, of course, which is at level 4. And it is surprisingly better than you'd think. It's got 6 shells that you load, or 9 with extended mags. So it's got some ammo to spare. It actually is a high recoil weapon though, because it's a full auto. Although the full auto is slow, it's a slow firing full auto. So you'll be wanting to pull the trigger each time you shoot because it'll go faster than holding down the trigger. Actually, a little tip there. But the high recoil it's hard. It's easy to manage though. I mean, it may say high recoil, but that doesn't mean that it'll be bouncing around everywhere like other guns, like the AA-12 for instance. That is a fast full auto, and that will bounce around everywhere when you're pulling that trigger down. And I don't know if you just tangent there after the start there, you saw the awesome spawns that Modern Warfare 3 has to offer, especially in free-for-all. That guy was right behind me at the start of the game. Whenever I play free-for-alls, I often wait a couple seconds to see if anyone's around me, because it's happened to me so many times. Just a trick for you when you're playing free-for-all, wait when you spawn. You never know who's going to be around you. But back to the gun. Yeah, so there's no need for holding down the trigger when you're firing full auto, because it's actually slower than tapping the trigger each time. So when you're meeting a group of enemies, or a single one for sure, just tap the trigger. Don't hold it full auto. And this actually has surprising range compared to the rest of the shotguns. Of course, as I say with all the shotguns, the Striker is the exception of all those because, as you all know, it's just insane what that thing deals. It's got a lot of range and damage and high magazine capacity and damage, so it's just a force to be reckoned with. But compared to all the other ones, this actually has some range that will surprise you, I'd say. Range actually is not a huge factor in this thing. I would say, of course, damage is the best for every shotgun, but range is also a good choice for every other one. But in this one, I would say pass on range if you are looking for something else, because you will be surprised how long you can hit people from. So definitely check damage out before you sell yourself on range. The damage proficiency, of course, is the best, and that's what I'm using in this setup. I'm also using the extended mags, which I said is a 9 magazine count. And this is actually a box magazine, so you don't have to load individual shell like the model per se, or KSG, or SPAS. Those are all individual shell reloads, so those take a lot longer than this. So I would say with those other shotguns, definitely sleight of hand is a huge choice to choose for those. But this one being a magazine reload, you can leeway from the first perk from being sleight of hand, and that's why I'm using Blind Eye, of course. You know, my classic perk setup for free-for-all, Blind Eye, Assassin, and Dead Silence, as I'm running in this one, of course. And as I said with the other shotgun, in the Striker, I believe it was, don't use steady aim on a shotgun, actually. It's not what you want, although you may think so. But being a shotgun, you'd actually want a bigger spray, so you don't want have condensed pellets with the effect of steady aim. So use something else other than steady aim. I know if you're using Specialist, you will get it, but it's just something that you'll have to deal with. And if you don't put it in your first 3 perks and you get it when you get your Specialist package, you're going to be getting range and kick and focus and all these other proficiencies, of course. So steady aim will kind of come out of the way a little bit, and you won't notice it too much. But yeah, so don't use steady aim on a shotgun. Let's see what else. Kill streaks. In this one, I am using Predator Missile, Attack Helicopter, and Reaper. And it being a shotgun, you'll want to stay at close quarters, of course, and so your kill streaks are going to want to be lower, because you're not going to have the range that other people are going to have on you with assault rifles, SMGs, snipers, everything else is going to have longer range, of course. So you're going to want to stay close, and it's going to be harder for you to rack up those higher kill streaks if you're running out in the middle, running around people that are using longer range weapons than you. So that's why I have lower range. Usually I use the Predator Missile, Reaper, and Pavlo, but getting from that 5 to 9 can kind of be tough with a shotgun unless you play it smart. So that's why I have 5, 7, 9, because 5, of course, is not too hard to get to, and then only 2 more for the attack helicopter and 2 more for the Reaper, so not too hard to deal with. So that's what I have for my kill streaks. Just some other tips and tricks before this game wraps up. Stay close quarters, as I've said. It being a shotgun, you're not going to have the range that other people have. So, of course, Arcaden is a good map for it. I found Fallen is also a good map. Dome. All these other maps that are close quarters, tight hallways. I know there's not many of them in Modern Warfare 3, but the few that there are, Seatown is another one. These are good maps for shotguns because of the close quarters, little hallways and alleys that you can just choke point for these. Just another example of the range that this thing has. I have damage and it's still getting great range. So, as this game's wrapping up, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my other stuff. Peace. I'm out.